All right, so Bitcoin put in another lower low today. We actually took out the range low, this important market structure point as well. And I think it's very important what happens over the next few days, and also how this daily candle closes, which this will close in about 2.5 hours from when I'm recording this. So I want to quickly run through what Market Cipher is looking like right now and go over some of the possibilities that could happen from this. Do I think it's definitely time for a retracement, or is there still potential for us to maybe rotate back to the high end of this range and continue trading around these prices? It's also important when it comes to market structure on the daily time frame, whether you're calling this the higher low or you're saying we put in a higher high here, so then this wick low would be the higher low. They're so close that it doesn't really matter. We just took out both of them. I guess we took out the first one with this original wick, and then we just took out this actual range low. But regardless, I think it's very important where we close the daily candle now after taking this out, because I think SFPing it right now, getting a move up and closing the daily candle, ideally a bit higher than that low. I wouldn't really want to close it right on the line. That wouldn't look great, but SFPing it could give us an opportunity to maybe rotate back up to the high end of this range, maybe continue ranging here, or potentially even push higher if there's, really a reason for us to come any higher. But I think breaking this range to the downside would open the door to a much larger retracement. I've talked about this for quite a while. Pretty much since we broke out of this range, I was talking about us getting a higher time frame retracement, and potentially if we start losing this range to the downside after getting what I would call topish signals on the daily time frame. We saw bearish divs with momentum and money flow as we put in a higher high into the golden pocket, into a key resistance area. And these kind of divergences where we see momentum divs and money flow divs on a high time frame, like the 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, and especially the daily, I put a lot of weight on these. These tend to be like reversal signals. If you're in an uptrend, a lot of times those can mark the top. So I tend to put out a lot of weight on the divs with money flow as well as momentum. And I've talked about many times why I think it makes sense to get a rotation down to, maybe somewhere around this 30K area, maybe 31, maybe even lower potentially. But we had this very key range that we traded in for quite a long time, from March 2023 to October 2023. And once we broke out of it, it's been, really nothing but poor price action. We got, very quick pump up, poor retracement, a bunch of higher lows, another pump up, a retracement that really only took out liquidity from a few of these little lows. And essentially, we just left a bunch of higher lows on this way up. We didn't take out any liquidity on this move to the upside. We didn't see something like this to really take out a key liquidity point. We just made a bunch of higher lows. And that kind of price action tends to produce very fast moves back down. It's very easy to basically stop loss hunt that. So, what I'm saying is, we start breaking this range bearishly, I would start becoming a lot more concerned about this possibility, because, I think this opens the door up to that. We kind of already saw evidence number one with the bearish divs, the top signals into key resistance. Now, losing this range and breaking market structure bearishly, I think would be, sign two that, hey, this scenario may be happening soon. But I really wouldn't be too worried about that unless we really start closing daily candles aggressively down below this range. Like if it's a very weak close, like if we close somewhere around here maybe, and then we start retracing back to the upside, I'd say okay, maybe there's a chance that we don't dump yet. Maybe we continue trading in this range. But the more aggressive the candle close gets, like if we start closing daily candles down here, then I'd start to become a lot more worried about this. If it ends up being a nice SFP, like if we really get a nice buyback here before this daily candle closes, if we close somewhere around here, then I'd be looking locally and maybe looking to long this thing back up to this range, just continue trading this larger range that we've been in. Now I'll quickly run over Market Cipher and then I will be done with this video. I want to upload this as soon as possible. So the daily time frame, I was talking about in my last video how looks like we could be printing a bottom on this momentum wave. We are not seeing very good follow through with this VWAP. It is, flopping over a bunch. We just got another flop over. Momentum wave came lower. So it is tough to say. Right now we could see either this, we could see it bottom out, and then maybe get a reversal to the upside, and then at that point price would probably start retracing back to the upside, or we could see it go lower. Right now it's really hard to tell, but we are seeing money flows still put in lower lows. Maybe we see this momentum wave really get a deep move to the downside. At this point it's hard to tell. So let's go to the lower time frames. And on the 4 hour, something that's interesting is we do technically right now have a money flow div. We have a bullish money flow div as we put in that lower low, and it's not a great one. This money flow is starting to look a little better than it was before. You can kind of envision this curvature a little bit if it starts to respect it. But it's not a very strong divergence. Money flow didn't put in that much of a higher low, and momentum did not diverge. Momentum put in a lower low. This has potential. I could see this giving us a move to the upside, especially if we close that daily candle as an SFP, then I could see this giving us a move to the upside, but it's not looking super convincing right now. 3 hour, we do also have a money flow div on the 3 hour. So, at least right now, money flow is higher than where it was at back here. Is it going to bottom out as a higher low? We don't know that yet, but it does have potential to. And again, no momentum div, so that's not a great sign. The 2 hours, very similar. We have potential to get a money flow div here, or we have potential to not if money flow decides to just continue trending downwards. So, I would say it is not looking convincing either way. I could see this money flow giving us a move to the upside, or I could see it just flopping over and seeing the 2 hour and the 3 hour continue down to put in lower lows. I could see that happening as well. Honestly, I'm waiting to see what this daily candle close looks like, because from there I think that will give more of an idea of what's going to happen. Just because we close as an SFP doesn't mean we can't just dump down in the next daily candle. That is possible, but if we get a nice daily candle close, I think there's a better chance that we do get a retracement to the upside. All right, well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and leaving a comment. That helps to support my channel. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all in the next video.